All right, it's the first day of the Donald Trump hush money trial. I'm Rob on the right. Let's go take a look.
Let's get caught up on what everyone thinks about this, starting with you, Judge. If you could give us your take.
First of all, to go off of what Jonathan Turley was saying, the Department of Justice refused to go forward. The Federal Election Commission refused to go forward. Cy Vance, the DA, refused. Alvin Bragg, the DA, refused. And
you know, this is stuff I don't hear normally. I mean, obviously, we have a very left-leaning media, but when I talk to my friends about this subject, they seem like, yeah, you know, he's just blatantly guilty and that everybody's on board. But what I'm hearing is that a lot of people don't even want to touch this.
I was a DA, and the way you bring and try cases is you try them based upon what should go first. Every major DA's office in New York State is trying cases, violent felony cases from 21 and 2022. They are not trying cases where the defendant is not in jail and where it's not a violent crime.
Yeah, I agree. The timing of this is too auspicious. I have friends who've gone through some legal issues, and it takes years to get to this point, especially in a case that's so monumental like this. It feels very rushed. If it really truly were about justice, it could wait until after this election cycle, whether you like Donald or not. The point is that we really should not be hunting down our opponents during an election cycle. For example, here in Tennessee, we had an alderman who was associated with white supremacist groups. Even though I felt like, yeah, get that woman out of there, the other aldermen knew it wasn't right to censure her during an election cycle. And so they didn't. I mean, I'm living in that and I see it, and then I watch this happen nationally. You know, really, it upsets me. It upsets me that we as a nation aren't doing what they did locally.
They're taking a case out of order where the defendant is not in jail. It's not a violent crime because they want to make sure that they can parade Donald Trump as a convicted felon in front of the American people. And the idea of a speedy trial is not for the prosecution. It's for the defense. And you couple this with the violation, the discovery violation of 30,000 pages of information that they should have had 6 months to review. They gave him 2 weeks. This is all an effort to make sure that Donald Trump does not run for office in a positive way.
I mean, that there in itself, when I heard that, I knew that was a tactic, that's not standard procedure, especially with the volume of what had to be discovered.
And then he gets denied the opportunity to go and see the son's graduation. He can't campaign, and maybe that was part of the plan all along. Yeah.
That doesn't sit right with me. I can understand when it comes up if they were to think that he was using that as an avoidance tactic. But I mean, to just preemptively say you're not going to be able to go to your son's event or that you may not be able to, that's just gross.
It would be refreshing to see the other side reframe this honestly. Like last week, Bill Maher was talking about abortion, and he said, it's murder, but I'm okay with it. Yep. You could despise that, but it was honest from a liberal. So it would be nice to hear a Democrat get honest here and say, we get it. This case is bogus, purely political, but we're okay with it, right?
I agree. You know, I started this channel kind of tongue-in-cheek. I'm Rob Wright. My last name is actually Wright. I just dropped the W. I had a family member say, you really like to be right, don't you? And to be honest, yes, because I think in order to be right, you have to honor truth. You have to discover truth. And you have to make a stand or a statement or a position, take a position that is correct and in alignment with truth in order to be right. So I just jokingly say right. But yeah, it seems like people on the right tend to be more right. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. No, even when I'm wrong, I'm still right. This trial is going to be one heck of a ride. I really hope you guys join me on this journey. This is Rob on the Right, and until the next time, see you around the campus.